he will go into Jannah without tasting the punishment of hell. But if he is below this minimum, in other words, he commits some major sins, fornication, or drinking, or taking interest, or so on and so forth, or he does not fulfill some of the obligatory deeds that Allah Azza wa Jal has made obligatory upon him, such as giving the zakah, or performing the hajj, or whatever, he becomes lazy and does not do these obligatory deeds, but he still believes in them, then he falls below this minimum, but he is still a Muslim. So a person in this category, it is possible that Allah Azza wa Jal will punish him, and it is possible Allah will forgive him. It depends on Allah Azza wa Jal. But eventually, because he has the bare minimum of Iman, because he has the bare minimum of La ilaha illallah, Allah Azza wa Jal will not cause him to be in the fire of hell permanently, eternally. Rather, He will cause him, if Allah desires, to put him into hell for a certain period of time, and then he will be taken out and he will be placed in Jannah. Now, the point is that someone might ask, you have mentioned these 7 conditions of La ilaha illallah, and you say that they are essential, that every person must fulfill them. Yet the vast majority of Muslims, if you were to ask them these conditions, they would not be able to verbalize them. Does this mean that they are all non-Muslims? A'udhu billah. No, this is not the answer to this question. The answer to this question is that what is meant by knowing these conditions is not that you can verbalize them or regurgitate them, but rather that you implement them. And if you were to ask any Muslim, any real Muslim, does he have a knowledge of this statement? Does he love it? Is he certain about it? Does he accept it? Is he truthful when he says it? Does he have ikhlas? Does he submit to it? Then the answer to all of these questions will be yes, 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 to all 7 of them. So the point is that he actually believes and implements in these conditions even if he cannot verbalize them. He doesn't have to enumerate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, the majority of Muslims don't know these conditions by heart, but they do fulfill them. And these 7 conditions are essential. If you were to ask this Muslim, as I said, if you were to ask them, do you believe in this statement? Do you have a knowledge of this statement? Are you certain? And so on and so forth. Then he will of a certainty say yes, he is aware of these conditions. So once again, the point is not that you enumerate them, that you list them, but rather that you fulfill them. And this, alhamdulillah, the majority of Muslims do fulfill. So to summarize, La ilaha illallah is an integral, it is in fact the basis of Iman. Without it there is no Iman. But what is required is not just a verbalization, not just an utterance of La ilaha illallah, but rather that a person really and truly understands what it means. And therefore the scholars have derived 7 conditions of La ilaha illallah. And these 7 conditions are: number 1, al-ilm, or knowledge of what it means; number 2, al-yaqeen, or certainty; number 3, al-qabul, or acceptance; number 4, al-inqiyad, or submitting to the statement; number 5, as-sidq, or being truthful when you say it; number 6, al-ikhlas, or being sincere; and number 7, having a love for it and a love for its people. With this we conclude today's episode. I hope to see you next time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
إني عرفتك بالصفات العاليات وبالقدر وبالقضاء وبالغناء أغنيت عبدا قد شكر ما